Hi folks, how you doing? I'm gonna just play some tunes for you. So how you doing folks? Oh, I've got some comments. Hi Mike, how you doing? Hello Gretch6120, how you doing? Mr. Pogger plays, yeah, how you doing there? So yeah, back to do some more singing and playing and breaking stuff down and just showing you how to do things. So that was Domino, A Cat Called Domino by Roy Orbison. It was from the Sundays. Back in the 50s, he kind of went in a different direction from a lot of the people that were on Sun Records, but it's a great song. And what I like about this song is it's kind of got the solo is basically the E minor pentatonic scale up and down, so it's quite good if you're just sort of new to that sort of style. Starts off. We're just going to slide into sort of an E power chord, so you play the bottom E string open and you go from, you know, sort of 6 on the A and 8 on the D like this, and slide it up a fret, so it's your sort of E shaped bar chord. So you play that 4 times. Now if you look in the description to this video, you'll see there's a tab there, folks, so you can check in on that. Hiya, oh it's Matt. Hi, how you doing, Gretch6120? Yeah, I forgot that was you. So that's the introduction, folks. Hi, Brian. Okay, now the actual riff. You're sort of playing that E bar chord with your A-shaped bar. You know what I mean? So you're sort of 7 on the A and then 9 on the D and the G. And then we're going to put our pinky on to 10 on the A. It's just like a kind of shuffle, so you're playing that G on the A string, 10th fret, so that's the flat third. Gives that kind of dark sort of sound, it's really good. And then when it goes to the A chord, so it's that classic matchbox riff. So you're playing the A chord with your first finger on the 2nd fret of the D, G, B, and you're playing the open A string, and you're picking the 3rd fret of the low E string. So you're playing the A chord, and then you're hitting that 3rd fret of the E, and then you're back to that first riff. Now I play a B7 at the 7th fret, and then an A7 at the 5th fret, and then you could actually play the E down here and just hit the G on the 3rd fret of the low E string. So that gets you through the verses. So I'm just going to have a wee look and just... So yeah, So just to refresh. A7, A7, then that's your E chord with your G on the bottom. Hi Nigel, yeah, it's this is tomorrow because it's normally a Friday that I'm doing this, but I was out last night so I couldn't do it. So how are you getting on, folks? Give us your news, give us your chat. Hi Davey, nice to see you there. So, the solo, yeah, as I said, it's the E minor pentatonic scale. So you're going to play open E, 3, open 2. So if you know your E minor pentatonic, it's open 3, open 2 on the A, open 2 on the D, open 2 on the G, open 3 on the B, and open 3 on the high E. So, and then you just come back down again. And then we play that. So that's just your riff that we did over the A chord before, just the A bar, little bar, and then the 3 on the E. And then we're going to start again. Oh, thank you, Nigel. So you're just playing that pentatonic scale going up, and if you check out the tab, folks, you can download the tab just by clicking in the video, in the description in the video. And then it just comes, so 3 and 3, B, B. So you're just playing open G, 2 on the G, open, 3, 2, open, and then back to the, just back to that riff. So that is that's Domino. That's all the bits. Cat Called Domino, a great tune, covered by the Cramps, of course, as well. They covered all the good songs, and they did a great job on all of them as well. Quite often they were better than the originals, I think. They just did a really good sort of way of arranging stuff. So, what's your news, folk? I'm not seeing too much in the comments, but yeah, let me know, say hello. So the news is this week we started off the guitar soloing course, so we've got 20 folk going through that at the moment, and it's a 4-week course and it's going really well. I've got a Facebook group, so I'll run it again in the future, so don't worry if you've missed it. We'll be doing it again at some point soon. There's been a few folk asking me for beginners classes, but I've not got enough to actually run one yet. So if you're interested in beginners classes, get in touch. I was thinking about doing a rock and roll songbook or a rockabilly songbook class, maybe 4 weeks, which might be suitable for people that are new to the guitar. We might do two chord songs the first week, 3 chord songs the second week, so on. Build it up to 5 chord songs in the last week, so you've got a portfolio of songs, lots of stuff to keep you going. Okay, so that was a bit of Roy Orbison. So I was going to have a look at another song now, What to Do by Buddy Holly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually swap my guitar over here. Now I've got a nice 5034 in the background here. So that was a 6120 if anybody's interested. It's a great guitar, this 6120, this orange one. But I've got a 5034 here, which is kind of a acoustic guitar, but it's got a pickup in the front of it, a Filtertron pickup. It's quite good fun to play as well. So I better just check it's in tune actually. So any questions tonight? Any guitar questions, folk? Anything that you're not sure about? Just drop it in the comments and I'll try and answer it if I can. So don't mind me, I'm just going to tune up here. So what I tell people, you've always got to tune before you start playing. Okie dokie. Right, so have I got any? Yeah, here we have. So this is a sort of, it's quite an interesting Buddy Holly song, because Buddy Holly's known for writing songs that have got 3 chords in them, but this one's got lots of interesting chords. Bar chords in it. So here we go, I'll just give you a little demo. What to do now that she doesn't want me? That's what haunts me. What to do? What to do to keep from feeling lonely? Want her only. What to do? So there you go. I'm not the best singer in the world. I don't pretend to be, so apologies if I got a few bum notes in there, because it's quite tricky to sing that, because it changes key. So what am I saying? Thank you, Nigel. You've a lot of guitars that I've seen that you don't use online very often. That's true, Nigel. It's just because it's easier to use, kind of like the 6120 is quite a small guitar in a way. It's smaller than some of the other guitars that I've got, and it's a little less aggressive than some of the guitars. But I will get some of the other ones out next week and let you see. So this 5034, notable because it has a Bigsby on it. Now you don't normally see a Bigsby on an acoustic guitar. And it's great because it's got this pickup on it. So basically what this, hi Tony, nice to see you there. So this song is just sort of standard fare to start off with. So Buddy's using the A chord, D, and he plays an E chord, and he just puts the pinky on the 3rd fret of the B. Put the chords in the description so you can download them, folks. So then it goes to the bridge. It's a C sharp. Now, I don't know where he got that chord from, because it's not anything that they're kind of expecting. So it's C sharp, and then he goes up to a D, an E, and then he goes to G sharp. So that's like the 5th of the C sharp. Up to A. B, and then back to A. So have fun with that, folks. That's a good little Buddy Holly tune you don't hear too often. Oh, I've got a message coming in. Let's see what's going on. Is that somebody's on the thing? I don't know where that went. Doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, what's going on here? Hi, Michael. Oh, you've learnt loads. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's what we're aiming to do. Just get more folk playing music. The thing I like about rock and roll, rockabilly, is it's very user friendly. For you know, I must admit, I'm just a beginner in many ways myself. So I just find rock and roll and rockabilly music very, very useful as a means to get into music, and it's quite good for learning. You know, how music works and stuff like that. So we're doing a lot of that in the groups. So I'm just going to have a little drink. So I don't know what you're drinking tonight, folks. I'm on the whiskey. And I don't know, I heard there was some bad news in England because you've run out of vegetables. Is that right? I think it might actually be the case in Scotland, but we don't tend to eat that many vegetables up here, so I don't think it's really affecting us. But I know that there's some shortages down south, so folk are getting a bit worried about that. Cheers, folks. Oh, the acoustic, the acoustic's, it's a goodie, Nigel. It's a goodie. Looks amazing. I think it looks amazing anyway. I actually got stolen before I got it. It was in transit and then it never arrived. And then I saw one very similar advertised in Edinburgh on Facebook suspiciously. So I think I think that's what happened to it. Anyway, what are you saying there, Dan? You put Slinky 8s on your Gretsch and got a brighter tone. Vodka and Iron Brew. That's a good mix. Good mix, Matt. So let's see, what was I talking about? So yeah, a bit of news. So we're going to have some guests on the show coming up soon. So in a few weeks' time, we've got a very good musician from London called John Spendley. I know some of you guys know who I'm talking about. He's coming on the show. He's playing gigs around London now. He's doing well. So that's in 2 weeks' time. I've also got Gino Green coming on. I think it's the 20th of... Thank you, Marco. You're on the whiskey too, Tony. Brilliant. Yeah, Gino Green's coming on. He's from Belfast, so check him out. I've put some of his music in the chat. There's like a community channel on the YouTube channel, a community tab. So I'll share some stuff in there. Hopefully we're going to get Sarah Gallagher, who's a new songwriter from Edinburgh. She's going to be coming on fairly soon, and with any luck, Sonny West, who's many of you may know, we're going to get in touch with him. We've made initial contact through a intermediary, so hopefully he's going to come on in a few weeks as well. So, and I'm just going to keep seeing if we can get some interest in rockabilly people. So if you're interested in coming on the show, folks, by all means get in touch with me. Because it's on Zoom, we can do a sort of chat online, and it should work quite well. So I'm just going to check my settings here. Yeah, it's okay. So what we're saying, you've got loads of veg in Spain, Mike. Well, you have to send some over because folk are freaking out over here. We're all eating turnips now. But actually I was eating turnips tonight anyway because I was having haggis. It's quite customary to have turnips with your haggis. So what am I going to show you now? So we had a wee look at what to do. We're going to have a look at the swag now. So this is a great Link Ray track. Now let me just get my tab up. Now again, yeah, just have a wee look in the tab, folks, in the channel. But It's kind of like, if you know your pentatonic scale, it's quite a goodie. I'm getting lots of messages. Yeah, it's in the key of G. So if you just know your pentatonic scale. So we did that down here in the last song on the E minor. So the pentatonic scale for G would be 5, 6, no sorry, that's 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. But we're only going to use little bits of it. So you're going to go up, slide up to 5 on the A, 3, play 3 twice on the D, back to 5 on the A, then I use my thumb to play the 3 on the bottom. And then you can just give yourself a little accompaniment. So I just play a little triad there, 3 on the B, 4 on the G, 5 on the D. Now you can just move that. So we're now over the C chord. So if you're playing your C pentatonic scale, that would be 8, 11, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 8, 11, 8, 11. But again, we're just using a little bit of it. So we're sliding up to 10 on the A, then 8 on the D, back to 10 on the A, and playing that 8 on the bottom. Then back to the G again. And same over the D, so you're going up to 12th fret. So 12 on the A, 12 on 10 on the D, back to 12 on the A. Then you pick that 10 on the low E, move it down, and play it on the bottom. And so it's just a series of licks that kind of relate to it. So the next is so this is a great rock and roll rockabilly sound. So when you're playing that G, if you've got your 6 with your pinky on the high E and 5 on the B, you just give them a little twist, slight bend. I'm coming down to 3 and 3 on the top 2. Over the C, just the same, so it's now 11 on the high E, 10 on the B, 8, over the D, C, and then back to G. So then it goes as like a really kind of mad sort of tremolo picking verse. So we're up at 15 and 16, yeah. So it's tremolo picking. So you have to be quite disciplined. I'm not the best tremolo picker, but if you just focus on the 2 strings, it's not so hard. So you play that. Now for the C chord, so that was 15 on the B and 16 on the G. Then for the C chord, you're playing 13 on the B and 12 on the G. Then back to 15 and 16, and up to 17 and 18. Oh no, hang on. So let me see. Have I got my D chord. So it's 15 and 14, I beg your pardon. Yeah, so 15 on the, no, what is that? So I think it's, that is 17 and 16, I beg your pardon. And down. And I've got completely confused. But anyway, you've got the tab, folks, so it's not the end of the world. So let's just move on to the next riff. So that's 3 on the B, 4 on the G, and then just move that down a fret until you get to the bottom, and then it's open on the B and G. And then same with the, so then it's now 9 on the G and 8 on the B. Back to the G. And over the D. C. And that's kind of how it goes. So it's quite a good one actually, just to practice the riffs. Now I got a bit confused up here. I don't know what I did wrong there, but anyway, I think the tab's correct. I did it this week, so it should be all right. So what's anything else happening, folks? What's going on? Don't know who's all on tonight, but good to see you all. So that was the swag. And finally, what have we got to finish the show? So we're going to do Around the Bend. Evan was asking for some CCR. So CCR are pretty good actually, because they've got lots of good riffs. So that's a great little riff, that, and it's not that difficult. So it's just your first inverted triad. So you've got your 11 on the, if you're playing over the D chord, you've got your kind of F sharp on the bottom. So you've got 11 on the G, you've got 10 on the B and 10 on the high E, and you play the open D string. So you, because you've got that kind of low D, it kind of works quite nicely, it rings out. Then we go to the A chord, so we pick the A string, and it's exactly the same riff. And then back to the D. And then over the verses, have I got the lyrics somewhere? Maybe I have. So you're playing your D with your sort of shuffle riff. So you're playing 2 and putting your pinky onto 4 on the G. And then the same with the A. 2 and 4 on the A. There's a place up ahead and I'm going just as fast as my feet can fly. Come away if you're going, leave the sinking ship behind. And it goes to G. I'm on the rising wind, so that's G, D, A. G, D, So it's a nice tune, that, and it's not that tricky. If you know your basic chords, you'll be all right. So that's it. So I don't know if I've got anything else for you tonight, folks. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the quiz of the week. So does anyone know what lemon oil is for? If you can drop it in the comments, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. What we're saying? What you're saying there, Mike? Not heard that one, but it's on. Okay, I play the riff starting at D on the 7th fret G string and 10 and 8 frets G on the 7th fret G string. That's exactly right. That's exactly right now. I think it's meant for cleaning the fretboard, but I'm not sure. But anyway, probably something I need to get myself organised with. Yeah, that kind of works quite well as well. Mike, playing the... The only thing about that is you can't let the D ring out as the other notes are being played if you've... But it still sounds pretty good. Okay. Pancakes, yeah, I think that could be in order, Nigel. Okay, folks. Anyway, that's it from me for this week. If you've got any requests for next week, just drop it in the comments or send me a message or something. I'll have a look. I think we're going to do next week. We've got what have we got? I know we've got Down the Line for Matt. I'm working on that just now, Matt. So looking at that, and for Tony, I think we had there was one from the 68 special. Baby, What You Want Me to Do. So we're going to have a look at that, the Elvis song. Okay, folks, that's it from me. I'm going to try and figure out how to switch this thing off, and I'll see you next week. All the best.